Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Thrilling scenes here too, so much in line with Atalanta's reputation as the great entertainers of Italian football. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Musiala. Oh, the shot could be... Mbappe! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That is good alertness. Pedri. Cristiano Ronaldo. Passes short and sharp. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast and he's easing that out of his game, and he can go all the way to the very top.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Modric couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Casemiro. Mitoma. Oh, nicely intercepted. De Bruyne. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, there's the clearance. And they're quick to get it back. Mbappe, good strong midfield running here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that is a little undercooked. De Bruyne, there's the shot! Goal! Atalanta! And Atalanta go in front.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Can he finish? He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's intervened well there. And it's Modric. 15 minutes till half-time. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Varane attempts a clearance.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he was quick to react. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Bruyne. Onana. Nice sequence of passes, this. Musiala. So, what can they make of this? Musiala. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking tidy in possession here. Ah, that's a fine interception. Neuer with the clearance. Onana. Mbappe. Now Mbappe. Great chance! Now that's well seen too. Casemiro and Guardiol. Good spot, he's seen the run. Pedri. And here's Musiala. Real chance! And it's a goal!
Cristiano Ronaldo very cleverly provided the return ball there, and it made all the difference in the creation of that goal. I don't want to take anything away from the finish, but the pass was really key.
And there is the half-time whistle. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play, with the half-time scoreline 2-1. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Casemiro. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Casemiro. Spread neatly. Mbappe. De Bruyne. Played out towards the right wing. Pedri. Hernandez. And it's De Bruyne. Mohamed Salah. De Bruyne. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. De Bruyne. And Mohamed Salah. He's played it back. He's had it taken off him. Mitoma has found the net here, of course. Almost an hour gone. Mbappe, he has found the way through. He's had a shot!
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Vinicius Junior.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Terrific header!
Atalanta showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he cuts out the supply. De Bruyne. Oh, super find. There's no... He's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 22.
Both sides then taking
Numero
this chance
5.
to turn to their
Numero
benches.
17. Numero 15. Modric. Lasciano il campo per il
Closing in
numero
on the
18.
last quarter of an hour.
Messi. Il
And that's been
11.
intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cambio di giocatori.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Koundé. And it's Sané.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Atalanta are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Salah. Pinches it off him.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Mbappe. Yamal. And Casemiro. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That looks a good ball through. Mbappe.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Onana. 1 minute to add, according to the board. And that's it. Atalanta can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Thrilling scenes here too, so much in line with Atalanta's reputation as the great entertainers of Italian football. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, that was vital. It's a sharp pass. He could be in here. Has another go. There it is.
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
That's no fluke. It's what he was there for.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Guardiola. Oh, what a mistake! He's found a way through. And he's cut it out. Mitoma.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Mohamed Salah. Big chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Casemiro. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. He read that really well and stopped it.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Musiala going face-to-face with his great rival. Casemiro. Pedri.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Japan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Mitoma. Mbappe. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he was quick to react. Oh, what has happened here? Vinicius Junior. That's a nicely measured pass. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Salah. And Koundé. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Mitoma. And here's Mbappe. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Modric. It's Modric! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Onana. Koundé. Now it's Mohamed Salah. That's a throw. Spread neatly. Mbappe. Mitoma. Guardiola. And here's Musiala. Passes short and sharp. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. There will be a throw-in. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Musiala, Casemiro. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And now as good a time as any to pull level. De Bruyne! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Vinicius Junior. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. Mbappe.
2 minuti di recupero.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's bustling through here. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And the first half is done. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Atalanta really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Modric. De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Koundé. And it's Salah. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Onana. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Modric. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Salah. Atalanta have a free kick. And it's De Bruyne. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe. Mendes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well for his man. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Toma. Mbappe. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Musiala. Mbappe. De Bruyne. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And it's De Bruyne. That's an excellent interception.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He is through here. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Mbappe. That's a little off target. Casemiro powering forward here. 75 minutes played. Always onto this. Toma. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, well played.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
17. Numero 9. Numero 15. Modric. Lasciano il campo.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Messi.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Il numero 20. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And now the breakaway, and he's picked out the run. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Haaland.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's been picked out, and it's hoisted clear.
Japan probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Bastoni.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
The less said about that pass, the better. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Çalhanoğlu. Mane. That's that, the end. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Thrilling scenes here too, so much in line with Atalanta's reputation as the great entertainers of Italian football. The action has already started. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, that's cause for mild irritation.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
A real chance if he can get through. Shot at goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Caught offside that time. Can he get it through? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line, because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Nuno Mendes. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. Well, he's...
Oh, that's ambitious. Vardiol. No goals as yet. Great work on the overlap. Vardiol is flagged offside. Mbappe. Modric. Now Mbappe. And it's Modric. Oh, that was vital. Ah, looks a smashing ball. Musiala. Great chance! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Onana really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Hernandez. Modric. Hernandez. And here's Modric. De Bruyne.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
No way through. Mohamed Salah. Onana. Vinicius Junior. And that's a goal kick. Modric proves too strong. Pedri. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
I gave him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter.
And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Musiala! Japan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Guardiola. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it, not quite so.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And he's intervened well there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, played through for the wide man, and the flag has stayed down. And he has been fouled there. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first. Oh, smashing header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, well played. Donnarumma deals with it effortlessly. Mendes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mohamed Salah. That is great defending, so alert. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And the game has already resumed here. So the first half brought no goals. Mitoma. Now it's Mbappe. Well-timed, excellent interception. Modric. Now it's Mbappe. That is a great pick out. Neuer. And Bastoni. Koundé. And it's Salah. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Musiala. Casemiro.
Atalanta have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Always onto this. Guardiola. It's Pedri. Koundé. Vinicius Junior. Chance! Mitoma. And we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Mbappe. Neuer clears. And that's been won straight back. Onana. And he's straight offside.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 15.601 spettatori.
60 minutes played. Pedri. Not the most accurate pass. Little pass back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Musiala. Now the finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. And that is expertly dealt with. Atalanta have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Pedri. Mendes makes the interception.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And that's a good ball. And he was alert to it.
Atalanta really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Mbappe. He's through here. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Eder Militao. Musiala. Toma. And he's managed to get free.
Japan merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Mendes promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's De Bruyne. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Modric. Numero 5. Numero 17.
Messi.
Lasciano il campo
Çalhanoğlu.
il numero 7.
Oh, good looking
Il
ball.
numero 18.
And here's Messi. Shot could big chance.
Il numero 13. Il numero
That's just
11.
playing it safe
Cambio di
and simple.
giocatori.
And it's Sané. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Atalanta finding their passes. Oh, Red, nice interception. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. In with a header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Çalhanoğlu. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas.
It's a mighty effort! Sensational from Haaland! Save the best for last! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Atalanta. And the referee brings it to a close. Atalanta have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Haaland claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Look at this stadium, as you can see, very much ready for action. The blue and black colours of Atalanta, affectionately known as La Dea. The action has already started. Musiala. Neither of these two want to come off second best. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me with the way he's gone about his game. He's physically dominant, he's very intelligent in his reading of the game and his positioning, and he's also now very confident in his possession and what he can deliver up the pitch.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get... Vinicius Junior! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Koundé. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Mohamed Salah. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Vinicius Junior. No way through. First quarter of an hour gone. Ball's gone out of play. So it is still 0-0. De Bruyne. And it's Modric. Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely measured pass.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now he's off and running. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Modric. Vinicius Junior. Now that's a lovely exchange. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's not got that quite right. And they're quick to get it back. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And here's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri. De Bruyne. And Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is offering some sort of an apology there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Koundé. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Atalanta have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
Back when it goes. Pedri. That looks a cracking ball. And he's got the beating of his man.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pinches it off him. Koundé. That is lovely. Well, there's the clearance. Pedri. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Mbappe. Neuer can pick that up. And the first half is done. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Atalanta clearly have been the better side here. So far, shot a goal!
Pedri goes looking wide. And here's Mohamed Salah. And it's De Bruyne. Modric. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
There's the shot!
And he's there to belt it away.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Vinicius Junior. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Modric.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Atalanta with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's De Bruyne.
And the shot! He has done it! What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
A 1-0 lead established.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Casemiro, just about up to the hour now. Pedri, he can run onto that.
Japan are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Atalanta looking to pass their way through. Vinicius Junior is flagged offside. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Koundé, Atalanta do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Now that's well seen too. And it's Mane. The message is clear, none shall pass. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Salah driving on and making good progress. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Some really good ball movement. And he thumps it clear. And smartly reclaimed. Bastoni. Rodrigo.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And it's Salah. And he cuts out the supply. Salah. That looks a good ball through. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mohamed Salah is wide and looking to get onto this. Eder Militao with the clearance. Great hit! Atalanta leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Gets his pass away. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Bastoni. Messi. Mane. 5 minutes left on the clock. And here's Rodrigo. And he's had it nicked away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now it's Rodrigo. Mohamed Salah. That is a brilliant interception.
Japan really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Sané. And that will be the final act. Atalanta have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Koundé claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.